Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through the Internet's number one Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we are flipping through Mad Magazine number. What number is it? 431, released July 2003. At cover price $3.50, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, let me grovel, let me beg, let me plead with you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. It's the only way to help this channel grow, and it's the most effective. So please consider doing that. If you're a first time viewer, if you're a long time viewer, make sure that you're still subscribed. With that, if you want to support me in another way, a monetary way, you can go to patreon.com/flippinthrough. Go there, support me. You get a 6 set of stickers, no matter how much money you pledge. If you give some more, I don't know, $5, you can get this awesome stencil made with love and affection. No, it's not the stencil sprayed. You actually get a physical stencil that you can then apply to things. Made by me, by hand. No, not by hand, by a 3D printer. Anyway, patreon.com/flippin through. These are the people that I get to thank today. That's Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support. And I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's go to the reason for the sleason, and that is me. No, it's Mad Magazine. Mad Magazine number 431. This issue brought to you by the Incredible Bulk. Get ready, guys. This is a very Hulk-centric issue. If the cover doesn't tip you off, perhaps the back cover will. This was the kickoff to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People don't realize this. There 3 different people have played the Incredible Hulk, if you can believe that. Who is this? Some Australian guy. Christian Bale? No, that's not the one. The other one who's, I think, has a temper. I think this is the one that kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then Iron Man followed shortly after that. Wait, maybe I'm thinking of the one with the other guy. Norton? Edward Norton? Anyway, it doesn't matter. This cover sucks. Do you know it's a better cover? The alternate version. Here, let me see. I'm gonna try to pull up. Wait, if I share my screen, I forget where it goes. Shoot. Anyway, well, I won't bother with it. It's the thumbnail one. It's that, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Browser. Okay. Now look at this is what I'll do. Bam. There, you can see. How much better is that? That Herman Mejia cover. Are you kidding me? Like, yes, I wish that is the cover that I got, but that is not the cover that Mad Magazine sent me. What's going on? Where am I? There we go. That's not the cover that Mad Magazine sent me. Mad Magazine sent me cover 1 of 2. And this does come from the personal collection of Patty McInerney. You can see right there. I got a gold medal. Oh, no, they got a gold medal. That's bogus. Anyway, let's get right into this issue because there's a lot of. Oh, look at that. You know what we have to do? We have to take out the good old fashioned ad counter. That's right. When we get into the 400s, you got to have the ad counter. Now, we've had one so far. There we go. I'll count the back one later. Well, no, maybe I'll count it now. So this front one and then the back one. So that's 2 ads. All right. There we go. In here, I skipped a page. Okay, we're at 3 ads. We're at 3 ads, and we have not even escaped. We have not escaped the actual, basically, contents portion of the magazine. Here's an awful Altoids ad, an awful table of contents, and the letters department, which I love. How can you not love letters? Letters are the greatest. This was, I would say, a fun era of Mad Magazine because what do you got? you get the celebrity snaps, all right? So we're rushing this celebrity snap of former Attorney General Janet Reno in this issue because after she was trounced in last year's Florida Democratic gubernatorial primary, we feared that it would be just a matter of months before all of our readers would hear the name Janet Reno and respond with a giant "Who?" Our thanks to Danny Turkle of Miami, Florida, for sending this in. Yes, Janet Reno, she screwed a lot of stuff up, right? Didn't she? Wasn't she the one that like Waco, Texas, she was in charge of? Um, I don't know. She was in charge of one of those debacles. Um, anyway, that's all I have to say. Uh-oh, get out the ad counter. I need to get like a digital thing that I can use. Here we have 4 ads, and we're still technically not even in the magazine part of this. Um, let's see. Doo-doo. This is kind of a fun thing. They've done this before with Flip the Bird, right? When they had to name Flip the Bird. Back in MAD 200, 428, we asked readers for their definition of the word Potterzeebe. We got a Flerschugener number of responses. Here are some of the best. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest. If these are the best, um, Potterzeebe, the patron saint of thimble collectors. Potterzeebe, a necessity. Potterzeebe means the same thing as no schnoz kapap in a foreign language. A mostly goulash dish made by impoverished mixing and cooking whatever leftovers are in your refrigerator. A state of severe mental confusion. People who read MAD and do not find it humorous. A vomiting turtle. Listen, I think really um, they peaked at the readership that wrote in for naming Flip the Bird. That's all I'm. Oh, look at this. Take out the mad ad counter. Are you counting along at home? Here we have. We're gonna cross this tally. We are now at 5 ads. Ooh, zooey mama. I wonder, are we gonna make it to past the 10 digit double digits into the double digits? Jeez Louise. I would say that it looks good. It is looking good. Um, here we have CSOI Miami. Um, this is one thing that's interesting about this issue in particular, and I guess this era, is that it was that sort of in between time when not everything appeared in color. And I do actually like it. This it's not like a high gloss paper, but it's like a nicer quality paper than newsprint. Although I am partial to newsprint. That's why I love Freaky Magazine. I like the newsprint, but it is cool to see artists work on paper that has a little bit higher fidelity, we'll say. And Mort Drucker at this point, he's still got it, baby. I mean, this was 20 years ago. So he was a spry 80 years old when this came out, or something along those lines. Um, and it's great. It's lovely to look through these illustrations. Oh, ooh, wah wah wee wah. Here we go. Are you counting along at home? Take out your ad counter and let's put another tally mark. We are at 6. It's looking good. I think the over under is 11. I don't know what over under means. I'm sorry, guys. I actually bought this deodorant at one point. I remember buying that. So, uh, what else am I going to talk about? Um, thi- okay, take out your mad ad counter. I am so distracted by these ads. I'm not even noticing the comedic parts that are available to us. This is not a joke ad. This is not, you can see there's nothing at the bottom that says this is a mad ad parody. This is an actual ad by GamePro magazine. Oh boy, looking pretty bleak. Um, oh, here, this isn't an ad, is it? Is this an ad for Wimbledon in disguise? Here we have the Spy vs. Spy by Peter Cooper. I love this. This is a really fun one to look at. We got the this is like a mechanized tennis ball, and so he serves it over, and it like look at this detail. The Morse code. Hey, leave a comment down below. What does that say in Morse code? Um, that's awesome. Like what a fun detail to include in that. All right, so he serves it again. Oh, it happens again. Oh, he just keeps losing. What a pathetic beast that can't even hit this mechano ball. Um, but the black spy in his celebration jumps over the net and gets sliced. He gets split in twain. The poor fella. That's what's going to happen to Djokovic if he tries to play tennis in America. That's how they stopped him from coming on in. Here we have another respite from the advertisements besieging our peepers. Um, Mad deconstructs TV talk shows. This is great. This is something that they had done for years. This like stems back decades. I'm almost certain where they would do this, and I think they've done deconstructing TV talk shows before. Oh yeah, this month, Late Night with Conan O'Brien. But I'm almost certain I've seen this a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. I'm not as funny as I think I am. If you agree, leave a comment down below. Um, it's fun. It's a fun concept, right? Like you have this hour-long program, and they break it down with the by time and all of these sort of tropes of whatever show you're watching. And it might be a TV sitcom, it might be a late night show. They've done many things, if I'm not misremembering. 12:35, the show's introduction featuring blaring music, fireworks, and an overenthused announcer howling with inappropriate excitement. It's almost enough to make you forget that tonight's guests are Rebecca Romaine Stamos, Henry Winkler, and music group Add N to X. Is that a real band? 12:38. Whenever one of the monologue jokes stiffs, Conan does one of his famous saves by launching into an awkward, gawky walk. This is not to be confused with the awkward, gawky physical motions Conan makes during the other 59 minutes. I mean, he is like, I don't know, man. I thought he was so funny. Um, we do have some beautiful Paul Friedman. Paul Friedman. Drew Friedman. Paul Friedman is the son of Peter Paul Porges and Drew Friedman. Um, oh, here we go. This is one of like the Conan's famous bits, right? Where he like Robert Schmiegel probably does the lips over a celebrity. A giant TV set lowers from the ceiling, and it's time for Conan's first comedy bit. It might be an interview with a talking photograph with moving lips. It might it might be a look at bizarre cable channels. It might be a faux movie review segment with doctored clips. Whatever it is, though, it's hard to avoid the conclusion that you're watching a guy on TV who's watching a TV, just like Ted Koppel does on Nightline. Only most nights, Koppel is funnier. I mean, come on. Conan, man. He was almost as good as Letterman. The show's second comedy segment, which features the same three or four writers who always write themselves into the show, they're hoping that their speaking parts might whip up a little career buzz and rocket them out of late night hell and onto a staff job on Cedric the Entertainer. The actual content of the sketch is unimportant and is usually determined by taking a few random words and slapping them together to create another conceptual character, the hydrophobic cowboy or the Amish superhero bowling team. Of course, whenever Conan decides he wants to play acoustic guitar and sing, all bets are off. And then finally, 129. Nobody knows what might or might not occur from this point on. No one in the history of television has ever watched an episode of Late Night with Conan O'Brien all the way to the end. That was like the shiz when I was a kid watching on sleepovers Late Night with Conan O'Brien. None of my friends liked Letterman. They were all trash. They were all stupid idiots, dumb idiots that liked Jay Leno. Ugh, how awful. But we all agreed that Conan was pretty awesome himself. Again, here we have, one of the black and white features, and I have to say, this might be an unpopular opinion. I prefer, um, a Mad Look At in black and white over color. Um, I just do. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Do you prefer a Mad Look At in color or black and white? So here we have a fatso, and the doctor says, "Hey, man, you're gonna die." So he says, "Well, I'm gonna start eating healthy. I'm in juice." And look, he's losing weight. He's looking good. That's wonderful. Oh, look at his pants. They don't even fit anymore. That's how slim he is. And oh my God, now he's like a beefcake. Look at those shoulders. My goodness. He's in love with himself. And he gets hit by a giant truck. Poor dude. Anyway, that's kind of fun. That's fun. Um, all of these are actually pretty awesome, and they have a lot of fun twists um, in them. I'm going to show you what might be my favorite twist, and that would be do, 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 this one right here. Um, oh, look at she's like, oh, look at that beefcake. He looks similar to the other beefcake, doesn't he? Like, oh, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna for love. I'm gonna get my life together. That I would have loved this illustration when I was a young man. I think I love it now too. Like, what a fantastic twist. This this poor lady. And here, look at here we have an insert. Is this Lenny Brenner? This is a Lenny Brenner insert right there outside of the diet center. Hot dogs and sodas. I think that might be. That might be a Lenny Brenner insert. Here, we're gonna wide out. We'll go to the wide shot, and we need it. This is Matt's new Sesame Street characters that better reflect today's world. Dudes, we haven't even had an ad. That's pretty great. That's pretty special, right? Let's go. Oh, do you guys want to hear my Elmo voice? Let's see if I can still do it.
Last year, the South African version of Sesame Street introduced Cammy, an HIV positive Muppet.
That's not serious, is it? They they, Sesame Street produced an HIV positive Muppet? That's like that's kind of bizarre, right? That's not real. That can't be real. Here we have an awesome thing. I don't know how often Mad did this. Not very often, right? Um, Famously, the fold in is a humorous take on the fold out. So here we have Easy, the perpetually pregnant teen. Um, no stranger to Sesame Street's Planned Parenthood clinic, Easy learned the hard way that when her boyfriend said he'd love her forever, he only meant until she ballooned up bigger than Barkley the dog. As a preventative tool to teach kids about not ruining their lives before homeroom is over, Easy sings the song Rubber Condom to the tune of Rubber Ducky. This has to be, who wrote this? This is Desmond Devlin, I bet. Um, Let me see. I'm going to pull this up on Mad Cover site. Ah, what's going on here? Um, no, it was Arnie Kaplan and Josh Minilow. That's amazing. And all of these were actually created by 3 Design Studio. Oh, I wonder, somebody has these. Somebody has these characters. Here's Freddie Freebase. Oh shit, moans the incorrigible Freddie Freebase as he waddles down the back alleys of Sesame Street looking for a fix. There's not much he won't do to score some rocks, shoplifting for Mr. Hooper's store, robbing kids at knife point, even sponge bathing Oscar the Grouch. Joining Freddie on all his adventures is Pippi, his magical singing crack pipe. Oh my god. Oops. Here's Winocerosis. Winoceros. A Winoceros. The Countant. Um, Avery Dalton Dartmouth. ADD for short. Sesame Street characters are known for their high levels of energy, but few can compete with ADD's hyperactivity. He bounces up and down Sesame Street, teaching kids about history before quickly losing interest and switching to reading skills, then shifting to math, English, flailing his arms, yelling, and banging his head against the wall. The only way Avery's friends can calm him down is with dangerously high doses of Ritalin. My goodness. And then Cody, the Homeland Security Chameleon. I mean, this is peak Mad. All right. This is like high level Mad Magazine stuff. Um, I love it so much. Again, respite from the advertisements. I guess that's what they do is they like pack them in the front. They're just packed in the front, I hope. And now we're done. Um, the Al Jazeera TV guide is very charming. This one, I have to say, well, first off, it's art by Herman Mejia. And as you can see, it's as beautiful as anything you would expect from Herman Mejia. Um, he's just so talented. Look at even with like a pen and ink or a brush and ink. Um, he's unbelievable, man. It's just his style is so freaking cool. I love the way that he draws proportions and bodies and does his caricatures. It's amazing. I will say, listen, I'm not saying it's too soon, but what I am saying is this this one makes me slightly uncomfortable. Um, and it's so good though. It is so good. It's one of those like really text dense ones, and you guys know a lot of words repel me, but this is borderline a masterpiece. Here we have Magic the Gathering Online bringing our ad counter up to 8. Make sure that your ad counter reads 8. All right. You will be tested on this tomorrow. Um, which big budget summer blockbuster will make the most money? Let's just think about this. What do we have here? X Men 2, Matrix Reloaded, Hulk making an appearance again, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Oh my God. 2003 wasn't that long ago, was it? That's remarkable. Anyway, this is art by Sam Sisko. Sam Sisko, how much work did he do for Mad Magazine? Um, I don't know, not that much, right? Couldn't have been. Oh, holy smokes. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, holy wow. Sam Sisko really put in a lot of work. This Monroe and the Big Apple Part 1. First off, I always loved it when they did two-part stories on this, but this one is actually chock full of um, craft tint, that single shade and duo shade that I had done a video on a while ago. And you can really see, he um, Kyle Bridget points out that he was Bill Ray was channeling Harvey Kurtzman with this. And you can really see that, and not the Kurtzman thing, but his reverence for that older cartooning style in his use of craft tint. So this is like brush. That's how I'm almost certain, does most of this um, drawing. And you can see all throughout, though, that use of single shade and duo shade craft tint pages. So it's like you have the single diagonal lines and then the ones crossing over to make it darker. And he uses it really well. Um, it's a fun thing to play with, I imagine, as an artist. And you get this really cool vintage effect. And when you do it right, and by right I mean actually using the materials versus something where you like create a filter, which is something that like Ed Piskor did for some of his work, is that he developed a whole page of this and then uses it as a filter on his artwork. It's not at all the same effect. And he doesn't actually use it the way it's used when you're really using it, right? You don't, because you don't see his brush strokes the way you do with somebody who's actually developing it. But, there is some, like, overuse of it, like, this just looks like all so muddy. Um, "I would have done it differently." That's rich. How dare I? Jeez Louise. But it is, like, it's a little bit overdone in some parts, but I can forgive it because how could you not overdo it? What a fun type of thing to use. So it's like, yeah, why not use it here to make, like, a striped jacket? You know, you're playing around with the medium. Oh, free hat? No, free ad. And by I mean, it's not a free ad. Here we are. We're at 9. Jeez Louise. We're at 9 ads. This is obscene. And I'm at 25 minutes. Now, you're going to notice a lot of Hulk related stuff. Hulk ads, Hulk appearances, Hulk related comics. I'm going to Caldwell, rest in peace. Lord Caldwell, please forgive me. I'm going to skip over this because I don't want to see this. I don't want to see you sink to that level. And another Hulk thing. Jeez Louise. This is Tom Richmond with a just freaking awesome, super packed page full of things. Like, look at what is this? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but squirrels? Legion of Therapist Squirrels, Militant Lesbian Boy, and the Human Aquarium. Um, it's this is pretty awesome. This is fun to look at. The one thing that I do want to zoom in on is that Noam Chomsky? Oh, Ralph Nader. Anyway, right here, Batman from the animated series. That's pretty cool. I wonder how many different Batmans has he drawn every single Batman in Mad Magazine? He must have. Oh my God! Oh, oh, I want to vomit. Are you kidding me? You're gonna do this? You're gonna take photos of Hulk and make me read captions? Get out of here. Ugh! Another thing. Hulk had a bad week. Jeez Louise. Oh, look at Dungeons and Dragons Adventure. Take out your ad counter. We're at 10, baby. Honestly, this is obscene. 11. And let me tell you something else. For those of you who are counting at home, total ads we have 11. The sheer number of Hulk things in this magazine, it it works as an ad for Hulk. Okay? We're at 12. I'm counting all of them together, all of the mad humor things together as an ad for the Incredible Hulk. And that brings us to 12 ads. I'm offended. If you're offended, please leave a comment. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Um, thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.